we're gonna go ahead and put everything together to form our machine. So we're just gonna do create new virtual machine. You can do typical here. Next, I will install later Linux, and then just do Red Hat Enterprise Linux 10, 64-bit. Next, you can name it whatever. So for this, I'll just name it Red Hat 10 example. Next, and then here, I put 52 gigs because I know when I put 28, it just had an issue. So I just put 52 here for the maximum disk space. And then I split it, hit next. And now we're just gonna hit, make sure that you have at least 2048 megabytes of memory, 2 CPU cores. And if you don't, you can go here to customize your hardware to make sure. So let's hit finish. And so now we have our machine here, and then we're just gonna add that disk. So we're gonna go right here to CD, DVD, and we need to add our Red Hat Linux 10 disk file. So we're gonna go right here to use ISO image. And if it's not right here selected, you just browse it till you get to your Red Hat 10. And it should be the x86_64 dvd.iso file that we downloaded. And hit OK. And then now that it's on there, we're just going to hit power this virtual machine. It's going to give you some pop-ups here. I normally just hit OK for the initial start. And then it's going to say here about your devices. You just hit OK. And then here you can just click on the screen here. And then we just move up with the arrows. We can go up and down with the arrows. You see install Red Hat Enterprise Linux 10. Hit enter. And it's going to go ahead and start installing. And you'll see kind of the boot process here. So that's what all these files going on in the background. Everybody making sure everything's connecting here. So let's see here. Okay, then once you come back, now I'm glad this happened. If you run into this issue, it's because of some type of mode error in the background, and that's okay because we can easily fix this. Okay, so after we powered off our machine, we're just gonna power it back on here. On this line here, you're gonna hit E. Okay, so right here, we need to go to quiet. At the end of this file here that says quiet, we're just gonna type in one word, no mode set. After we type this, we're gonna hit Control X. We're gonna let it boot up again. I just made it a habit to just go ahead and do no mode set until that issue is fixed. So that's what I pretty much do, but you can do whatever you want. But that's how I do. So now we're not gonna go into that gray box era again. So you'll see here in just a few minutes. So here we go again. And now it's gonna pop up. And so now we can just hit English, unless, you know, you can do whatever you want, but I'm gonna do English here for my language. Hit continue. So I can customize my keyboard. I can do my language support. You can change your time and date if you want to. I'm on the East Coast, so I'm doing the East Coast time, New York. You can configure NTP if you want to, which I pretty much have right here, or you can manually set your date and time. You can connect to Red Hat if you want to. Let's see. So right now, these little explanation points, those are the things that we have to do, because we cannot complete the installation until we do those, okay? So we'll go to installation destination first, and then we're just going to select here. Select it first, and then you're going to select it again, and then make sure it's on automatic. Then you want to hit done. And then actually, before we go here, you can go here for network and host name to make sure you should have something connected here, so your VM will be connected to the internet. And then we can name our host name. We can just say the matrix, the running matrix. And you can name it whatever you want. I'm just doing it for this video. Just hit apply. That's going to be the name of our machine. Done. And now, since we're going to be Red Hat, Linux administrators, or if you're not going to go into Red Hat Linux administration, just for training purposes, I'm just letting you know that you never want to create a root account. You want to disable the root account for security purposes, because you don't want somebody to be able to remote into the root account and gain access. So we're just going to hit user creation here. And then student, we're going to say you know what? Let's just say student. And then we're going to create our password. You can put whatever you want, your real name. You just need to make sure you have a password. So after you put the password, you hit done. And then you go ahead, and now we don't have any explanation points, so we can go ahead and begin that installation. So this installation is actually going to take about maybe like 10 minutes. So I'll be back here in just a second. All right, now that it's done and it's complete, we're going to hit reboot system. And now our system is just going to reboot itself. All right, there we go. And now we hit the login screen. Remember, we created our user named student. We're just going to click here. And then remember that password you gave student? Yeah, you're going to put that in now. Okay. You can see Red Hat 10. We can skip this unless you want a tour. Must be obliged there, but I'm just going to skip. I don't want to register my system now. You can register your system if you want to, but I'm good right now. Okay, and then we can pull up our terminal. And now we're ready to go. Remember, the running matrix is what we named our system. And whatever you named your system to be here. And that's pretty much the end of today's video. I showed you how you can basically install Red Hat Enterprise Linux 10 on your virtual machine with VMware. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And you can always message me anytime for questions. Just let me know. Hope you enjoyed it.